What's up, everybody? It's Devin. I have a card show pickup video for today, a show I recently attended. So I'm posting this on Sunday, March 24th, and the show that I attended was yesterday, Saturday, March 23rd. This was the Lansing Card Show in Michigan. Lansing, Michigan, to be specifically, was inside of the Lansing Mall, so a lot of Lansing going on there. The show ran from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I got there around 7:50 a.m. for dealer setup. There's no official time, but people usually come anywhere between like 7:30 to 9 a.m. is kind of when dealers get there to set up. It was a 200-table show yesterday, and then is hosted by Avery Shoebox, or if you know who that is, his name is Dennis. He has a card shop in the Lansing Mall. That's who runs the show. So that's everything about the show. Here's everything that I picked up. There was one trade in there. Everything else was just straight purchases. The majority of stuff that I purchased from this show was walking around, buying dealer to dealer. There wasn't a ton of walk-ups at this show. So I'll kind of just go through everything and just show you what I got from the show. It was kind of a fun show, a variety of stuff. Vintage, some baseball, which is kind of getting out of my comfort zone. But start off with some basketball. 2018 Optic Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Shock. This was on the cheaper side because of that thick print line there in the middle. You got an immaculate championship run signatures. That's of Rasheed Wallace. That's when they won the national champion or the NBA championship. That's a picture from that last game specifically. I believe I was talking to somebody at the show. They used this exact same picture for two different sets regarding like championship picture autographs. So it would have been cool if they used a different one, but they used that same one. But that's an on-card autograph numbered out of 75 of Rasheed Wallace. Sneaker Spotlight signatures from Noir. You got Amari Stoudemire. That is Panini sealed still and numbered out of 99. I think I misvalued that one when purchasing because I think I typed in his name wrong. So when I was looking up the value of the card when I went to purchase, I couldn't find anything. So I purchased based off of estimated value. And then once I got home, I realized that I had incorrectly priced it. So that was a bad purchase on my behalf, but it happens. Interesting one that I took a gamble on also. I think I'll be on the safer side because it is vintage. A 1962 Mickey Mantle All-Star, card number 471. As an SGC 7.5, the card looks incredible. There was no SGC 7.5 sales that I could go off of. There was SGC 7s, PSA 7s, PSA 7.5s. So it's kind of a gamble and a guess on my behalf of what I think this would be worth. I don't know if you guys can tell by the video. The copy is very nice. You have a little bit of whitening on the corners, but for being 62 and that light brown border all the way across, all around the card, it's very minimal whitening. And then the back first looks very nice also. There's obviously no creases, anything like that. The centering is pretty good on the front, left to right. It is a little bit of a diamond cut, so you can see that like on the right side, that border is a little bit thicker than up there. And then same thing on that one. It's a little bit thicker up top and a little bit less down low. So it was kind of cut a little bit at an angle, I think. So that's kind of the reason why I think it got lower than like an SGC 8, but a really nice copy there for a 62 Mantle. But I don't mind taking a gamble or a guess on the estimated value for a vintage card like that because that shows very nice eye appeal. 1966 Philadelphia Gale Sayers SGC 5. I believe that's his rookie card. I could be mistaken, though. It's been a while since I bought a Gale Sayers. 1978 Burger King. I got two of these guys. You got Alan Trammell as a PSA 7. Centering left to right. Looks very nice. And then you have a Lou Whitaker, PSA 7. Same set, 78 Burger King. This one is off-centered left to right, though. So kind of interesting. They both got 7s. That one obviously looks like a much lesser copy than the Trammell. I think Trammell is worth more off the top of my head. But everything now remaining is all PSA slabs, by the way. So you got a 2020 Flawless Grant Hill Legendary Scripts Gold. This is an on-card autograph of Grant Hill, numbered out of 10. Autograph looks very nice. Graded a 9, auto 10 with the throwback Pistons uniform. Very cool one there for Grant Hill. Always prefer him in that Pistons uni stuff. 06 Bowman Chrome Dwayne Wade X-Fractor, graded an 8. The guy who traded this to me made me aware that there are no 10s, and I want to say no BGS 95s either. So PSA 9 is the highest graded copy of this year's X-Fractor. And these X-Fractors are numbered out of 150, so that's 89 out of 150 for Dwayne Wade. We got some Pokemon, 2008 Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, Great Encounters, Houndoom, reverse foil as a 10. Low pop Houndoom. Same with Togetic, I want to say under 50 PSA 10s. 2006 Pokemon EX Dragon Frontiers, Togetic Hollow as a 10. And if there's anything unique as far as like being a pop 100 or under for a 10, I'll note that here when I edit the video so you guys can kind of see how rare some of these cards are. 2021 Pokemon Sword and Shield Chilling Reign. This is a Blaziken VMAX Full Art Secret Alt Art, graded a 10. A couple cool tag team ones here. You got 2019 Pokemon Sun and Moon, tag team up full art, the Magikarp and Warlord GX, graded a 10. This is probably the most valuable Pokemon card from the lot. Pokemon Sun and Moon, same thing, same set as last time, the tag team. This is the Gengar and Mimikyu GX, graded a 10. Couple Japanese Pokemon, 2021 Sword and Shield Japanese, Eevee Heroes. This is the Glaceon VMAX, Hyper Rare PSA 10. And then Pokemon Japanese, Pokemon Stamp Box Full Art Pikachu, graded a 10. So a couple cool Japanese Pokemon there. Going into some vintage 57 Koufax, graded a 4. I thought this 4 looked very nice. Was very well centered for a 4. I thought Eye Appeal picture looked pretty nice and bold for a 4. So I thought overall this was a very nice 4 for 57 Koufax. So I was happy to pick this one up. I think it presents closer to like what a 5 would be graded at. And then you got a 1950 Bowman Warren Spawn. A PSA 2.5 on the grade there. Decently centered for a 50 Bowman as well. All right, getting to some baseball. Stepped out of my comfort zone here. We'll go with these two first. I know this is a huge name right now in baseball. He had a monster spring training. I want to say he had 6 or 7 home runs. Got the official starting roster spot for the Rangers for the upcoming season. 2023 Bowman Draft Chrome First Prospect Auto of Wyatt Langford. Both graded a 10. The auto on the right is definitely cleaner than the auto on the left. The start of the W in Wyatt in his first name looks a little wonky there on the left copy. On the right copy, it looks very nice and clean. But both graded 10s. And then to go with that, I also picked up the refractor version. 10. Auto looks very clean there also. This is going to be serial numbered out of 499. So a trio of Wyatt Langford First Chrome autographs. Switch it over to some football. 2022 Optic Brock Purdy Red Hyper as a 10. Matching team color. I don't think that's super low pop, but I think that's nothing too crazy. I'll have to see. Tough one to gem. 2020 Optic Anthony Edwards Hollow rated rookie, graded a 10. He is got to be one of the hottest basketball players right now. 2020 Prism Joe Burrow base 10. That was part of, so that and the Ant-Man, and I think there was one other card. Oh, yeah, the Dwayne Wade X-Fractor from Bowman Chrome, the graded at PSA 8, were all part of a cash trade. More baseball, Jackson Churio, 2022 Bowman Chrome. First refractor, graded a 10, numbered out of 499. Not autographed, just the base version. Super low pop, CJ Stroud, case hit. I want to say this is a pop 7 from 2023. Certified Night Moves, graded a 10. Beautiful card. Only one public sale so far. But like I said, only pop 7 as a 10 is really low for a CJ Stroud case hit. 2023 Topps Chrome Radiating Rookies, Jordan Walker, graded a 10. I think that's it for my modern baseball. Everything else is vintage. 52 Andy Pafko Blackback, graded a 2. Definitely a pretty beat up condition card. Centering wasn't terrible for being a 52. Top to bottom was pretty nice. Left to right was off. Obviously, the card is fairly beat up. That looks like it was potentially stained throughout. So definitely not a great copy, but definitely cool to have a 52 that's decently centered. 75 Carl Yastrzemski, graded a 9. Tough grade there on the 75 with the yellow top corners and the light blue bottom corners. Definitely a nice grade there for Yastrzemski. Johnny Bench, also a tough grade, 1970, having these centered left to right. Fairly decent center. A little bit off. You could say the left is a little bit thicker than the right. Top to bottom was pretty reasonably centered, but graded an 8 there for Johnny Bench from 1970. And then rounded out with the 72 Topps Pete Rose, graded an 8. A little bit off-centered there, left to right, and a little bit top to bottom, but still a decent 8 there on Pete Rose. So a ton of baseball, which is ironic because I don't usually do a ton of that. Hopefully I didn't get caught up in the hype of preseason happening. I know that has happened to me in the past. I get caught up buying things that are exciting. So we'll see how the Wyatt Langfords do. I mean, who else we got? Jordan Walker, Jackson Churio. So that'll be interesting. I don't typically do a lot of like prospecting for baseball. I know some of those guys technically aren't prospects anymore, and then a ton of vintage baseball, so I can't go wrong there. And then took a couple gambles on some modern basketball and football, but nothing too crazy. But overall, a lot of fun at the show. A lot of variety buying. I think I bought from at least 6 or 7 different dealers, so definitely was a lot of fun dealing with a lot of different people. If you ever go to that show, I typically always have 2 tables with red tablecloths that have my TCB logo front and center. So if you're ever there, make sure to say hi. I always like to meet people at shows, meet new people. So thank you for watching. Hope everybody has a great day, and don't forget to smile. Later, guys.